to the glorious slaughterhouse that is TELESNOT, Episode 4 of SNOT LEAGUE Season 10. Blimey, the studio's looking proper smart again. All those scary holes from last week have been patched up nicer than a corpse in a Sunday suit. Gregor the Gravedigger's been given extra duties so the big lad doesn't get bored. Today, once more by my side, the noblest knight-errant, the finest minstrel this side of the Ladies' Lake, Lord Balerion Bigos. Whoa, whoa! Watch your step, my lord! The budget cuts for studio renovation do not took into account the guest in plate armour. I have to ask, how's that victory song for last season's champions coming along? You know, the cheese grinders. Those glorious ratty bastards who made the bookies weep.
It is taking somewhat more time than I had initially assumed, good Henry. One does not simply dash off a masterpiece in an afternoon. Why it always have to be song about rat? Sacre bleu.
Eh? What's that you're muttering under that fancy Bretonian breath of yours?
Oh, nothing of importance. Nothing at all.
Ha 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 ha! Right then! Let's dive straight into the carnage! First up, no surprises, you beautiful bloodthirsty lot! The scaly bruisers took the bad-to-the-bones undead halflings out back and introduced them to proper dragon dentistry. Tiny tellers turned into tiny pancakes, proper carnage from the skies.
Indeed they prevailed. Yet one must observe that the dragons sustained quite disproportionate losses for what was supposedly a straightforward engagement. Treating such noble beasts is ruinously expensive, I assure you. Mon Dieu, I would far rather compose verses worthy of dragons than waste my quill on those wretched rodents once more.
What's that you're grumbling about under your breath again, my lord?
Oh, nothing of consequence. Nothing at all.
Next! Joseph Morranion's Fu Chao Jaded Lions clashing in the blazing sun against the nerdy wizards of Unseen University. I've been waiting for this one like a starving orc for a barbecue. Morranion, the man who usually hires mages as artillery, finally had to face the magic on the pitch himself.
All those vulgar fireballs hurtling about. Sacre bleu. My fellow knights still bear the scars of such sorcery in their very souls. Pourquoi must one endure this endless barrage of low-born wizardry?
The Lions, famous for their spotless kit, had a bit of trouble getting close to those very sweaty, very pungent mages. But they focused on eliminating the supposedly less problematic opponents instead. And the sun did its part. That poor ogre got proper heat stroke and was out colder than a grave. Still, the match ended in a hard-fought draw. Joseph might not be winning as impressively as last season, but the man still hasn't lost a single game. Respect. Another draw? Another pair of precious little points for both sides. Haha, Slaanesh demons versus the stitched-up undead constructs. Claws ripping through armor like it was silk. But those necromancers just kept sewing the bastards back together.
One must concede that the demons of Slaanesh have acquired much-needed experience this day. And it must be noted that the demons scored their first precious touchdown.
Maybe if they do not pierce so many balls with their claws. Oh, my heart bleeds for the elementals. Solar pixies, those sunny elves, versus the hellblazers and their magical flames. What could possibly go wrong for the fire lads? Everything, you glorious bastards. The elves actually managed to permanently extinguish one of the elementals. Nothing left but a sad little pile of ashes. The hellblazers' last realistic chance of qualifying just went up in smoke. Now it's only, mathematics left for them.
Those accursed magical flames once again. C'est indigne! Utterly beneath a knight of Bretonia. The elves did their part perfectly.
Shawas's bony Zandri zealots showed Horn's little feathery Zinch demons exactly zero mercy. Skeletons carving through those pink horrors like they were cheap Sunday roast. Blades flashing, bones rattling, proper massacre in the desert sun. I wonder if poor Horn is sitting in the dugout right now, quietly regretting he didn't get the elves instead.
Are you certain? Coach Horn would sooner lose with honor and fall upon the field like a true knight than sully his noble name by stooping to play those filthy, pointy-eared wretches. C'est hors de question!
This one wasn't just us watching. Avrius and Horn had their eyes glued to the pitch too. The result decided who still had a shot at qualifying. The Slayers had proper trouble with the Night Goblins, probably because of the toys.
Ah, but one must truly admire the virtues of fine dwarven plate armor. Solid, reliable, and most knightly indeed. C'est magnifique! Sadly, those ones prefer to run naked.
These particular beardies didn't get the memo about nice thick plate, did they? Meanwhile, the goblins hired star player Noble Blackwart, and the lad went absolutely mental with that chainsaw. A bit too enthusiastic with the swinging, if you ask me, but it got the Stalkers the draw they needed. Group B is now a three-way knife fight for that last playoff spot. Who's getting out alive?
Unfortunately, looking at these teams, I don't expect any honorable plays. Malheureusement, it will be a dirty fight until the last seconds.
Great! That's exactly the kind of matches we love! Poor Coach Misha's troubles just keep growing bigger than a Minotaur's breakfast. His big, beautiful, muscular Milkwarriors charged straight into Rayshach's slippery snakes. And it did not go well at all. The cows did everything they could. The Brays tried their best. The Minotaur stomped and roared. But those damn snakes were just too slithery. Quick strikes from every angle. Impossible to pin down. Final score, a crushing 3-0 victory for the Sackmasters.
The Serpents have conducted their business with clinical efficiency. With this result, they have already secured their place in the next phase. Most calculated. Almost disappointingly so for such a chaotic league.
A heavy afternoon on the sandy pitch of Araby. The Kebabs were missing half their roster, so they opened the purse wide and hired star player Scrog Snowpelter to save the day. But tell me, did that big vain Yeti actually do anything useful? Or was he too busy checking his reflection? But then... BAM!
Ha 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 ha! Oh, this is simply priceless. That is precisely what happens when one spends more time admiring one's own reflection than focusing on the game, mon ami. When the great hairy brute finally fell, the elderly cultists simply buried him under the pitch. Magnifique!
Exactly, but... He only got knocked out cold. But when he finally woke up, the poor sod still achieved bugger all. Sheikh Gold completely wasted. Their prayers went straight to the desert wind. With their fourth defeat on the board, the Kebabs now only have one farewell match left. Pack your spices, lads. It's almost time to go home. And for the grand finale of this round, the mighty Ofroad Lizards versus the iron monstrosity of the 25th Regiment Rejects. Now tell me, what's better than a 4-leg drive, 20-ton, muscle-bound lizard tearing up the pitch? I say nothing beats a bloody great steam tank rolling over everything in its path. Proper industrial carnage.
I must disagree, Henry. I far prefer a strong, faithful steed over such mechanical toys that the referee should never have allowed upon a field of honorable combat. One bad experience with those abominations is quite enough for a lifetime. C'est indigne.
What a round, you glorious bastards! We've had dragons feasting, yetis getting buried alive, snakes slithering to victory, elves putting out fires, and a steam tank versus monster lizards that nearly broke poor Balerian's noble heart. Draws flying left and right, Group B still a complete knife fight, and the qualification race is hotter than a Slanesh orgy.
Ew.
Valerion, mon ami, tell the fine bloodthirsty lot, what was your favorite moment of this round?
The sight of that vain yeti being unceremoniously buried in the sand was most satisfying. One should never forget that vanity has no place on the Blood Bowl pitch.
Couldn't agree more! Right then, you magnificent horde! Only one more round of qualification left! The fifth and final round is coming, and it's going to be absolute mayhem! Make sure you don't miss it!
May the lady guide the worthy. Thank you for the invite, Henry.
Remember about the song, my friend? Stay warm, stay bloody! Henry Snotson, out!